Greetings, family. This is Wanda. This is Diaspora Connect, Tanzania. Thank you so much for taking the time to uh, check out my live stream. So I will wait for some people to jump in. I normally don't have a lot of people, but I wanted to start doing more lives and very spontaneous. I don't want to do like uh, I don't want to have like a schedule for it. I just want to jump on when I am wanting to chat. So I wanted to thank people personally for contributing to the 5,000 subscribers that I have reached a milestone. And so I'm very excited and happy about it. I'll wait for a few more people to come in the room. Unless you say something or hi or something like that, I won't know if you're in the room. So if you could say hey, hi, something, that would be great. But yeah, I'm just waiting on a few more people to jump in. And yeah, I posted a message or a comment on the community tab saying thank you for 5,000 subs. But this is such a milestone for me. I wanted to personally do a live and just chat and say thank you so much for your support. Thank you for your viewership. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for your thumbs up. Thank you for your hitting on the notification bell so you can be notified. So whenever I do a new video or live, you come in the room or you are notified. So all these things I want to personally thank you, my family. That's what I call my fam. I want to thank you so much for rocking with me from day one, the OGs that been with me from when I left the US. Now, I've had this YouTube channel since for like 12 years, but I wasn't posting consistently. And initially, when I created it, I was doing some modeling and trying to do some acting, and this was like years ago. And yeah, over 12 years ago, and I was doing some things like that. And so I had to do like an audition, and I had to send it to some people on YouTube. So I created a YouTube channel just to do the audition, which I since then deleted it. And so that's when I created the channel. But then I visited Ghana back in 2019 for the year return, and that was my first time really uploading pictures and everything on the YouTube channel. I needed a place to share my videos and some of the pictures I took, so I just started uploading them on YouTube just to share with people. And it was just pictures, no commentary and nothing fancy. It was just new. I was new to it, and I just was using it as somewhat like a kind of like a memory book or a diary or a photo album. I was just using YouTube in that way. I never thought that I would be doing what I'm doing now back then. But and I didn't even know at the time that people got paid on YouTube. I thought it was just a social media platform, and I didn't know that people could get monetized and all that stuff. So same thing with Facebook. I was on there, and and it never even really understood about monetization. I didn't even know about that. But it was just a way to communicate with family members and friends and stay in touch and all that. Because you know how your numbers change over time. You lose connections with certain people that family members or friends. So these social media apps are really good with helping you to keep in touch and keep track of some relatives or some good friends or some OGs. And, so that's when I created the channel. But I have been posting continuously for 5 years because I really started upping my posting when I left the US back in 2020 and I came to Tanzania, because at that point I was just like really excited. I was super excited. I wanted to share my journey leaving America and coming to Tanzania, the whole flight. And I even did a video of me driving in. I was living in Colorado at the time. So me driving to the airport in my car. And it had music to it. So it was like a copyright issue on it. But at the time, I didn't understand how to change anything. But it was just showing like my traveling from the Colorado Springs to the Denver airport to fly out. So that's what I did back then. And it was just me driving my Volkswagen Jetta. That was That was my car. I loved my Volkswagen Jetta, and I miss it so much because right now I have a driver, and it's good. It's not that expensive, but I miss driving my car. I had to, get rid of that when I came here. So yeah. So I do miss my vehicle. I'm not gonna lie. But it's just the driving on the opposite side of the road and then the steering wheel being on the opposite side is a little bit challenging. And to say the least, I haven't tried to do it, but yeah, I don't look forward to, especially not in the city where there's so much traffic. If I move outside of the city area, which I am a little, I mean, but like really outside rural, then I would feel more comfortable driving because it's not as much traffic. I've had my driver's license since October of 2020, and I got here in July of 2020, but I didn't feel comfortable driving. So I've always had a driver to drive me around. So but yeah, so just waiting on a few more people to come in the room. Let's see. Yeah. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, so what I'm sending a few messages to some people to say I'm live, so you can come on and jump in. Um, I have my phone plugged up away from me, and I don't feel like getting up to get it, but I should have had it over here by me, um, so I can send some messages to some people who a lot of times they like to come in and if they're available. I know the time difference is crazy because right now it is 7:49 p.m. Here in Tanzania, and over there in America, I think it's early. It's the morning, 10, 11, 12, something like that. Um, yeah, so welcome, Yvette 51 channel. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I know 5,000 subs. I'm shocked myself. I was like, wow. I went from 3,000 just telling people thank you for 3,000 subscribers. And I just zoomed right through 4,000, then five. Hey, sis. What's up, sis? Yes. And I'm monetized. So I am very I'm excited. I'm excited. And I instead of me, I did do a post that said thanks for 5,000 subs, but I was like, let me do a live and thank everyone and tell them I'm grateful and thank you for the support. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for everything that people have done. Yeah, I'm so excited and I'm so happy because make some change. It's a lot of work to be because you got to get most of your monetization when you get paid. It's like based on 1,000 views, and my views ain't up like that consistently. So I figure I need to do videos more often since it's not hitting 1,000 like that. Like I got to do videos more often. So I've been trying to do videos several times a week, like every other day or every 2 days or something like that. Just to kind of stay relevant and just to keep the content flowing. It's just the hardest thing is trying to think about what to talk about, um, what to chat about. But I've been incorporating some political stuff in it. And the reason I'm doing that is because um, the reason that I'm doing that is so I could just have more things that I could talk about. Some of the political things that are impacting like the diaspora, us. And this is water. I had just have mint leaves in here. If y'all wondering what this is mint leaves in my water. So I've been trying to just just add some other information that will impact us as diaspora. Yeah, it is crazy what's going on in LA. I was and see, this is the type of stuff that, well, not really that, but I've been sharing the political stuff with Trump and how that's going to impact us as Black people. Our voting rights and all kind of stuff. And it's just a lot going on. That's all I can say. It's a lot going on. So I don't know. So much civil unrest right now over there. And so some of that, I know it's geared towards the migrants, but some of that stuff could tend to spill over into our lives too, because people, we got to walk around with our IDs too. They might be starting to ask our people, the citizens, let me see your ID and all this stuff, and they can try to ship you out. I just don't trust. Yeah, it's just, yeah, I don't trust the military like that. Because they're on an assignment. They don't really, they don't be paying attention to, is this really a citizen? Like I just don't trust it. I don't trust it. So yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. So in this aspect, I'm glad I'm over here. I'm glad I made that decision because there's so much going on over there under that new administration. It's just ridiculous. So I was thinking about you too, and when they was talking about the raids over there, I didn't know what part of California you were in. So, but I'm glad you're not in LA. But there's a lot of us in LA. But I think a lot of people, a lot of us are, minding our own business. We staying out of it. We staying out of the drama. But sometimes drama can follow you. And sometimes drama can follow you. You know. So, but yeah, I just wanted to do this live because I said I was going to do lives more often. Yeah, you miss being here. Yeah, I miss our people being here because this is gonna be one of the safest places. And yeah, it's a good amount of us here. So it's like a lot of people left, but a lot of people came too. Yeah, a lot of us are going to Thailand too. Yep, a lot of us. But I heard some people complaining about the standard of living. They were saying it's going up, like with Ghana, like with the cry. They saying it's getting more expensive than it was at first. So I don't know what's going on with the money and the US dollar and the money there. People have been like complaining about the cost. The cost is it getting expensive? Yeah. So yeah, people been complaining about that. Just like they've been complaining about the value in the Accra, Ghana too. They were saying how everything is getting like the currency. I guess maybe the dollar is getting weaker there. So they're starting to feel it. The cost is not as cheap as it used to be. And so, and a lot of immigration stuff is changing in different places too. So yeah, so but yeah, I'm very happy. I'm subscribed. I mean, I'm monetized. I got subscribers. So I guess my next a milestone is 6,000. So every time I go up, 1,000, 6,000 is my goal. 6,500, really 10,000, but I'm taking it one step at a time, because trying to think of videos to do that will go viral is not easy. Especially if I'm staying just focused on all about Tanzania, because after a while everybody's talking about it. So it's nothing else that I can really share outside of what everybody else is talking about. That's why I started talking about politics a little bit more, things that will affect the diaspora. Okay, thank you. Let me know, sis, if you have any suggestions. I've been getting a lot of people viewing my merchandise as well. Not a lot of sales, but a lot of views. So that's a good thing, because I have eyes on it. Um, so that's a good thing. So, but yeah, everything else is just same here. Um, Nothing has really changed. I think elections are coming up or something like that, but we mind our own business. They do their thing, and we stay in our own little place. So, yeah. So, yeah, hopefully they will. Hopefully they will, Yvette. And I'm just trusting the Father with everything. So it's just streams of income. You can't try to get it there. You can't get it there. Get it here. Yes. If as long as you have streams of income, then I think everything will be okay if you just have different streams of income. Because when if one area don't produce for you, you have another opportunity. And some of these things surprise you, because you don't really think about it until you see like an email or something. You're like, okay, you know. So it's kind of nice. It's a nice surprise when you get, sales and stuff. So, and yeah, but and also business has been kind of big, amping up because of what's going on in the US. So people been contacting me for consultations. That's very good, because they are interested, at least visiting. A lot of people want to go to Kenya and different places, South Africa. So yeah, we all over here. So you can visit several if that's what you want to do, to see which one is more your speed. That's fine. So, but yeah. Oh, you talked to Bro Mac, and he said, okay, taking a break. Oh, okay. He said, okay. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Well, he said he was taking a break from doing. Okay. I was wondering what was going on. Yeah. Okay. Bro Mac. Okay. Yeah, I was wondering what was going on. Sometimes, when you're trying to do something, sometimes you got to stay low key. I think he's kind of realizing that you got to stay low key, because, people be watching you, trying to come to your house and come to your property. You got to be careful with that. Kind of showing too much. You got to be a little bit more silence. You have to move it silence a little bit more. You don't have to show some things. Like me, I'm learning that. So whatever I do from this point forward, I share on here what I choose to share. I'm not sharing all the details like I used to, especially about what I'm doing outside of YouTube, like with projects and stuff. I might share a little bit, but yeah, I'm not gonna be showing like the location and how to, all these different details. I'm not gonna be doing that like I was doing before, because you have too many eyes watching. There's too much going on. I mean, you gotta be safe too, and you gotta be wise too, because everybody that's watching is not for you. You have people I spying your channel. You got people watching your stuff that ain't like that with you. Hey Janelle, welcome, welcome. I just wanted to do this live and thank everyone for 5,000 subscribers. So yeah, I was saying people got to move in silence. So trying to do projects and different stuff, we got to move a little quieter. Yeah, he and some of these people that he may have booked to stay, they may not want people to they may not want people to, they may not want to be seen, because some of these people, I know people, and they're like, I don't want to be on video. Like, some people are private. They don't want the world knowing or seeing them. Everybody is not okay with being like online. So I had to realize that just because I am don't mean that they are. So I try to respect, respect people's desire to not want to be seen online. That would have been nice to see the people book it. That would have been nice. But yep. And for me, I could reach out to him and see if I could just come visit, which I think I might do that when rainy season is over. I think I might go visit him and see if I can go for a visit. But right now it's rainy season, and yeah, I don't want to be in Kick and Boney in the rain, because they have a lot of flood in there. So I'm trying to wait for rainy season to be over. Then I can start like being out. The last couple of months we've been inside because it's been raining every other day. So we haven't been able to go to the beach and go to the store and do some, mall or whatever, but not really enjoying the outdoors as much because of the rainy season. Yeah. So, yeah. So, yeah. But yeah, the US is civil unrest, family. It's so much civil unrest. And yeah, I just it's been raining a lot in Texas. Okay. Well, it's rainy season here in Tanzania, so it's to be expected. It's been raining like every other day, but dry season is right around the corner. Actually, it's supposed to be this month, but it hasn't broke yet because it's still raining. It's been raining. It's still every other day. So maybe at the end of the month, maybe the last week in the month, it'll stop. And then once that happens, then I can maybe do like a video at the beach. And, when it's dry season, I really like to go to the beach and go there just to, do a video so people can see like the view and the peaceful environment, the atmosphere. So I'm going to start doing that when the rainy season is over. I'll have a different show a different view. But yeah, I'm at home and it's in the evening. It's 8:04 p.m. here. And I just decided to do this live because I wanted to say thank you, everybody, for 5,000 subscribers. I'm super excited. I'm pushing for 6,500 now. I'm, interested in growing and trying to think of content to share. And you can always send me, let me know if you want me to talk about certain things, some stuff that's not too private, family. Some stuff we got to be careful because we can remember we got everybody watching us around the world on these social media platforms. The whole world is watching. Frenemies, enemies, foes. That's what I say. Frenemies, enemies, foes, haters, family members, loved ones, everybody. So you have to kind of protect yourself a little bit. Guard yourself. Be a little bit guarded for security's sake. That's why I normally don't do lives when I'm out and about. I would only do a live if I'm, in the house somewhere or on the property somewhere, not like moving around, because people, even here in Tanzania, they know this country, and you driving around and you going somewhere, they will know where you at. And so I don't need people to be trying to come find me. Yeah, I don't want people to be trying to come find me. That ain't safe. The people you don't know rolling up on you, and you ain't paying attention because you don't know that they know you. They know you, but you don't know who they are. So it's a safety thing for me. So yeah. Yeah, that's why I've seen some videos with, and I know they are celebrities. Thank you. Somebody just said congrats. Thank you for the congrats. Who is that? Oh, Golden Brown. Thank you. Oh, hey, sis. Thank you, sis. I, I was trying to get some of my peeps in here. I told them I was doing a live, so Thank you, sis. I wanted to actually do a live to thank everyone personally for the 5,000 subscribers. I'm very grateful, and I did do a post, but this is a little bit more, personal, to come and say thank you, thank you for your viewership, and for your likes, and for your thumbs up, and everything else. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. So how's everybody doing? How's the US? How the UK? Ooh, TZ is the same. Y'all know TZ is the same. It don't really change much. It's rainy season about to be over. It's about to be dry season, and I'm very excited. I'm ready to take another train ride, Yvette. Ready to take another train ride, Nika. Ready to take another train ride. So just trying to wait for everything to dry up. And I'm trying to think of anything else. We have a sister that had a restaurant called Mojo's here, and she had an opening. Unapologetic Nomads, they did a live from her place. Yeah, Yvette, the train is very nice. It's just like the airplane. It's just like a flight. Very nice, professional, clean. They got a little. If you do business class, it's nice. UK Golden Brown, so UK still does not have no sun. Oh, really? Wow. See, I think they blocking the sun in the UK just like they're doing in the US, because it's burning the Mazungus. It's burning that white skin. So they trying to block it. Yes, Yvette. Yeah, Unapologetic Nomads, they're around, and they did the live at the Mojo's restaurant of the sister from Detroit who had she had the opening. The what you call it? The opening, I think. What is it called? Grand opening. I think it's a grand opening. And she, because I went there, I went there earlier, but nobody was there. They were still setting things up, so I left. And I was gonna go back, but I got lazy. I ate and I was just laying around. Yes, yes, golden brown. A lot of chemtrails. Same thing in the United States. It's so cloudy, and the sky is gray. You can't even see blue in some places. Like in New Jersey, the sky is gray. It's because I think it's a lot of factories there, but you can't even see the sun, and it don't feel the same. The sun here does not feel like it did when I was in Colorado, even though Denver, Colorado is a mile high city, so it's higher up elevation, but the sun didn't feel like the sun here in Africa. So I'm sure it don't give you that vitamin D that you need like you normally get here. You know how the sun feel here. Woo! You can feel it. And it's nice though. It's hot, but it's nice. It's healing. That's what our body needs. So they don't like that. So they be blocking that. They be blocking the sun. So yeah, but yeah, it's a lot of civil unrest going on in the US right now. Migrants, I see the videos, and I try not to watch them because I do feel bad for them. I do feel sorry for them. They crying and separating kids and taking people's fathers. Yeah, it's exactly what they did to us during slavery. It's the same thing they did to us when they would take the slave, and they would take the slave's children, and separate the kids from the parents, and sell them off, and how the families used to cry. That's what it reminds me of, the way that they're crying. And it's not nice. But this is not the first time that the United States has done this to people, because it did it to the slaves first. It did it to the ones they stole from Africa first. I ain't gonna say that we were initially slaves, but they turned our ancestors into slaves, but they was doing it to us. So this is not their first rodeo. This is why you gotta remember history. They want you to forget history and wipe it away out of the history books, Black history, but it's repeating itself right now, because what's going on with the migrants is exactly what happened to us. We were trafficked from Africa to America. We were trafficked. Some people say we were brought, but we was free. So how can you buy a free person? So we were stolen and we were trafficked from Africa. And then when we got to America, we were made slaves. Because at that point, they did own us because they stole us away from our motherland. So yeah, at that point, they were selling us and we were made slaves. And the same thing can happen to the people that they're doing this to right now in the United States, these migrants. It's sad because they said they had a graduation for some of the children, and ICE came and raided the graduation, and a lot of the parents had to run and leave their children. And I heard a spokesperson in the administration saying that Trump administration saying it's the parents' fault that they're illegal and their kids are U.S. citizens. It's not the government's fault, which is not the government's fault, but still, they saying they ain't trying to separate them. They're saying either you can go with the parent or you can stay here. So some of them are choosing to go and some of them are choosing to stay here because of the conditions of where they got these people staying. They're not staying in the nicest place for no children. I mean, if children got to go, then they got to go. But I'm just saying, like, I heard that, Yvette, that they want, and girl, Russia talk about he can come there. Russia's talking about Elon can be like an asylum seeker there. Because I don't think Elon can go back to, he might be able to go back to South Africa, but I don't think he wants to go back to South Africa. Because he burned so many bridges, but if he go to Russia, guess what? He got all our information that he gonna share our information. He got access to everybody's information at Doge. So when he goes running, he gonna sell Russia all our information. You probably already did it. See, that's the bad part about it. It ain't just a friendship that's broken or a close business relationship that's broken. This man got access to all of our personal, details and personal stuff about the country, everything. So he can easily sell it and give it to our enemies, and I'm gonna say our enemies, give it to China and Russia. He can easily do that because he's upset, and they act like children when they get upset. That's true, Janelle. That is true. That's true. That is true. But you hear how he making threats? He making threats like he's talking bold too. He making threats and he's talking bold. He ain't talking like he ain't got some security. That man got security too. So yeah, it's more than what we understand, because the way this man is talking against, the POTUS, it's like he's talking boldly against the POTUS. So it's some things going on. Yep. He shoot. He got all our information too. He got all our social security numbers and all our information and address, everything about us. He got all our stuff. He shouldn't have even had access to it to begin with. And that's what people was already complaining about. He shouldn't have had access to our stuff to begin with, but he did. And now he going rogue. So now what? It's insane. And these are the men that run the country. Now, these are supposed to be the patriarchal society. They trying to get it to be more, patriarchal like Africa. The men, and they acting a fool and they ain't handling the business like they supposed to. Oh, for real? He canceled a lot of people's credit cards. Wow. Wow, I didn't hear that. That's a good thing then. I mean, I wonder how he picked and chose whose credit he was going to cancel. I mean, whose debt he was going to cancel. Oh, yeah, I wonder how did he decide who he's gonna forgive or who debt is gonna be wiped away? Is it just for the elites? Is it just for the white people? Is it just because he's straight Nazi. He's straight Nazi. So you know how they feel about us. And the feeling is mutual. Yeah. Yeah. Nobody's talking about that though. That's crazy because everybody talking about everything else, but they're not talking about the credit card thing. So was it a lot of people? Maybe it wasn't that many, or maybe it was just only a select group, a small select group. And what y'all think about them Afrikaners over there in the US? The man that unalived his South African wife a couple of weeks ago, and ain't been in the States but a minute. But these are fine people. So that's what the POTUS said. These are fine people. So I guess it's fine when it compared to when it comes to US, because it is a lot of murking going on over there. A lot of murking going on over there. That's another reason why I don't miss it, because you hardly hear about that type of stuff over here. Oh, okay, Janelle. That's what I was saying. I'm like, I didn't hear a whole lot about that. So, a lot of people weren't really talking about it online. So I'm like, was it only for special people or certain people or the elites or, white people only, or what's. So government credit cards. Okay. Well, that would make sense. Was this before or after the government employees got let go? Maybe he canceled them after they was let go. The government credit cards after they was let go. The federal workers let go. Because I guess that would make sense, because you let them go for a wrong reason. You did them dirty. So the least you could do is pardon their credit cards. Oh, it was before. Okay. Okay, Janelle, was before. Okay. All right. Well, maybe he did it before because he knew they was going to let them go. They did it beforehand because they knew that they, in good conscience, they let them go and they helped them out a little bit. So it's always a reason why they do the things they do, always a reason why they do the things they do. Y'all got ice raids all over the country. Civil, was it Minnesota, Minneapolis? Is it Minnesota? LA, some places in New York, Chicago. Like, these ICE agents is everywhere. They snatching up people left and right. Left and right. Yeah. And we're saying that we're staying out of it, as Black people, but you got to know that after they clear them out, we the next targets. Everybody got to know we the next targets for sure. Because everything is about us anyway. Everything is about us anyway. Janelle said popcorn and tea. Popcorn and tea, sis. We stand up on our popcorn and tea. I know that's right. I think I want me a Sprite to drink with my popcorn, but I drink that tea by itself. Oh man, I know, but we got to be prepared though, because when they all gone, they can easily say that we are a security threat, we are a domestic threat. They can easily say that because they already got the brothers, the Hebrews on a list as it is, which they ain't done nothing to nobody but speak the truth. They ain't harmed nobody like that. Yeah, Janelle, I know that's right. I know that's right. I was telling my son, yeah, make you copies of your all your documents, keep them in your phone just in case you somebody say something to you, ask you a question, you have your copy of your passport, copy of your birth certificate, copy of your this, your social security card, all that in your phone. I told him make copy and put it in his phone. And so you don't have to carry the document, but just have a copy in your phone just in case. So I was telling him that because the way people getting rolled up on and walked up on and you know, so I didn't realize it was so many in LA. It's a lot of migrants in LA. A lot. I guess it's a lot. Like I guess Mexicans. I don't know if it's Latino. I don't know which all one is over there, but it's a lot of migrants over there. If they need that many National Guards, that many 3,000, it must be a lot. It must be a lot. Yes, Janelle. Just stay prayed up. Stay prayed up. Yep. Stay prayed up because you know, you don't know how these people might act because they on assignments and sometimes they don't be thorough with checking folk, sending the wrong people out and trying to bring, just yeah, doing stuff by accident, mistakes and all that. Okay. Sis, Yvette, they coming. They coming wherever there's a lot of Mexicans, Hispanic, they coming. They are coming. And hopefully they leave, or move somewhere. I don't know, like leave, or when I say leave, like make move to someplace another area. I don't know if that will be okay because I think they going everywhere. So I don't even know what they could do. Because somebody was saying that they it's nowhere safe to hide from them because they said they going into bathrooms and everything. They checking in restrooms and stuff. I'm like, what? Because they got women working with them too. They got a lot of women, looking for the women and going to the female, places and stuff. Mm-hmm. Yep. It is sad though. I know a lot of them they wasn't feeling us. Thank you, Frank White. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for your viewership. I'm just excited about 5,000 subscribers. I'm grateful, and I want to do this live instead of just writing a post like I did. I was like, let me do a live and thank everyone. Thank you for your thumbs up and your likes and your viewership and your comments and jumping in my live stream and all that. Thank you so much. So grateful. So yeah, I was just talking about these ICE raids, the civil unrest going on. So yeah, so much going on. And yes, hit the like button, family. Thank you, Yvette. Hit the like button, please. Like. A few videos back, I was forgetting to say that, and I noticed I wasn't getting as many likes. I was like, I started saying it at the beginning. Family, don't forget to like and comment. And so some people also are being unsubscribed. Some people are being unsubscribed. So I tell people, make sure you still subscribe. I don't know what's going on with y'all, but I know I'm on the radar. So I'm not. I won't be surprised at anything. So yeah, because one of the subscribers said that he was trying to push the thumbs up, and it didn't allow him to do like a thumbs up. So I'm like, so are they blocking my thumb up? I mean, are they blocking my likes? Like, yeah. So I don't know. But we're gonna keep on moving forward like we've been, even before when I was complaining, like they kept denying me to get monetized, kept denying me. And I said, well, I'm still moving forward. And so eventually the time eventually came. So I'm glad and grateful that I didn't give up and I didn't like throw in the towel and say, I'm tired of this. I'm glad I didn't do that. So I'm glad. So, yep. So 5,000 subs. Thank you so much. I am on my way. Trying to work hard so I can try to get these views so I can try to, have a little extra change to help me with the things I'm trying to do here with my project and stuff like that. So I'm excited about that. I just have to think of content that's going to go viral. And I try to look at some other people's stuff a little bit to see what they're talking about, but a lot of people are doing that, and I don't want to be like uh, copying just to be copying people. I want to get ideas and incorporate it into something that I know about. So that's why I decided to, if I'm going to do like talk about politics, it's going to be based on something that affects us as Black diaspora or Afro descendants, because that's my target market, the Afro descendants trying to leave the West and any country and come back to Africa, and specifically, Tanzania. But some of the information that I share, they can use it in other countries too. A lot of stuff is kind of similar. To even if you go into other countries. So, but yeah, I just wanted to thank everyone. I'm so grateful, and I'm thankful for the ones who jumped in to say hi to me, to say, "Hey, Sade." Yes, I think I did, Sade. I think I found it. I'm still open, I'm still open. I've had somebody ask me, they were like, why are you talking about politics all of a sudden? You need to stick with something. And I'm like, it's nothing else to really talk about in Tanzania. I've talked about everything. So I was thinking I need to start sharing more of political stuff that affects us as African diaspora or people from the West, like this Trump administration and the things he's doing. They're going to affect us or impact us. Yes, Sade, I know I can do both. I was thinking that same thing. So I can, I'm just open to ideas, but I want to stick with those two, areas, like being here, Tanzania, and because I was, I'm a citizen and I was born in the US, I have a right to share that information too. One lady was asking me, she was like, why you, and she might be watching this, but she can't comment because I blocked her. She was like, why you worried about what's going on over here if you live in Africa? Because I'm still a citizen, and because I got family there, and because I want to, and because it's my channel. Right, Janelle. I was like, if she had said that to me twice. The first time she said it in another video back, and then I just, I didn't really make a big deal. But when she said it to me the second time, I blocked her, and I'm like, stop telling me that. I talk about what I want to talk about on my channel. If I want to talk about politics, I will. If I want to talk about the United States every day, all day, I can. There are people who don't even live in the United States that talk about the U.S. and what's going on in the U.S. more than the law allow, and they ain't even been there. I live there. I'm a citizen there. I was born and raised there. So don't tell me I can't talk about what's going on over there just because I'm over here. I talk about both. And anything actually that impacts us as diaspora, as Black Americans, African Americans, Bantu people, anything that affects us, I'm going to talk about on this channel. Which segues into me encouraging people to come out of America because there's so much going on, and come to somewhere. Just go anywhere. Go to Canada, go to Mexico, go, Thailand, Latin America, wherever you want to, but just come out of that place. It's just civil unrest and so much going on. You're not going to have rights, with all this martial law and militaries and everybody going around and all this different stuff. I know they focusing on the migrants, but it only take a second for him to tell them, go over to the Black community. It only take a second because they're already on the streets as it is. So, I know his first term, he was talking about sending military to Chicago at one point. He did a video and said that. I think it was his first term. And so it's not like it's far from his mind, because a lot of stuff he's doing now, he was talking about it in his first term, even though he didn't do it, but he's doing it now. He's signing executive orders while we sleep. And when we wake up, it's done. It's too late. You can't do nothing because they signing them so quickly. Yes, sis, I am, Sade. That's what I said. I said I'm sounding the alarm. I'm not letting people tell me on my channel what I should and should not talk about. When I watch videos and I see people talking about whatever they choose to talk about, so I talk about what I choose to talk about. Something that is helpful to people, especially if they're trying to figure out if they're going to stay, if they're going to go. At least if they stay, prepare. Prepare for what's to come, because things are not going to get better. They're going to get worse over in the States. So somebody got to say it. And I know a lot of people say, oh, everybody can't leave and do like you did. Well, that's true. But if you want to do it, you can pray about it. Ask the Father if that's what you want me to do. Provide the resources and the finances for me to do it. That's what you got to do. I mean, I had to do the same thing. I wasn't rich and I didn't have a lot of money neither. And even being here, I still had to ask the Father, show me how I could make some money, resources to stay. And he been showing me and working things out. So he can do it. It might seem like it's impossible, but it's not. If you trust him and if you seek his face for guidance and his direction in your life, it's possible. All things are possible to them that believe. So we got to have that kind of mindset in situations like this. Father, what do you want me to do? Where do you want me to go? You want me to stay put? Okay, so what should I be? Ask. You got to ask. Yes, Sade, you got to ask. And you will receive if you ask. If you don't ask, then you might not receive. You might not know, because you don't really want to know, because you're not asking. But if you really want to know, that's what I try to tell people in the videos. Like, if you really want to know what the Father's direction is for your life, not what I say, not what somebody else tell you, your mama, everybody, daddy, and somebody, pray about it and ask your Creator, your Maker, the uncreated Creator. Father, what do you want me to do? Where you want me to go? Have your way. Your will be done in my life on earth. What do you want me to do? And he will answer you. Now, hopefully you living, you know what I'm saying? You ain't rolling in the mud with the pigs and the dogs. You ain't rolling in the pig pen. Hopefully you ain't doing that, because I don't know. No, you might not get an answer if you rolling in the pig pen. Yes, sis, that's right. If he tells you to go, then you go. I know he told me. And I tell people that. And sometimes they try to question me like, no, you went on your own. He didn't tell you to go. How do you think I've been here? How you think I've been here? It's 5 years this year. How do you think I've been here doing this by myself? On my own? No, I ain't been doing it by myself or on my own. He's been showing me what to do, telling me what to do, guiding me in what to do, how to make money, how to do this, what to do. I ain't doing it on my own. So we all need the Father to guide us and tell us what we need to do. But we got to ask him. We got to ask him. So I don't know what to tell the people who don't believe in him. There are people that, they have their own little gods with a small g, these different people. And I don't know what to tell those people, because I don't know. Apparently they God ain't speaking to them. I don't know. I just know I just know about our Father. I don't know about those African spiritualities and all that other stuff. I don't know what those people, those spirits are telling them to do. That's right, Janelle. Exactly. That's what I'll be saying that, Janelle. I'm like, I just told you that he spoke to me. He spoke to my spirit. I heard his voice. I told you that. And you still trying to say, no, you was mistaken. You in rebellion because you left. What? Yeah, nah. I've had a guy tell me that. You're in rebellion because you left. I'm like, it's almost like I didn't even have the words to say because it was just too much to explain. It was too much to explain when he said that. I'm like, he must didn't hear me when I said I heard the Most High tell me the Most High spoke to me. He spoke to me. I think I said that, but he's still like, you're in rebellion. You didn't. I guess, my ear. I can't hear him. I can't hear. I heard wrong. I heard wrong. So. But everybody had their own opinion but they need to keep their opinion to themselves about their life, not about somebody else's. All these people coming over here, and whether they're in South Africa, Kenya, Tanzania, Ghana, Uganda, Rwanda, they leaving, and they're saying the same things. They're saying the same things. It's so many people, Janelle, doing videos about that. I don't look forward to the comments. That's why I probably wouldn't do no video about that, because some of these men be saying some rude stuff, Janelle. And I mean, I got tough skin, but I'm still human. Some of the stuff it affects me, even though I block and delete. But sometimes it takes me a minute to clear that feeling out of the rudeness and the things they say, and they try to question your spiritual relationship with the Most High and your mind, and you misleading people into this flea doctrine, and I got the FBA's coming over here talking about you confusing. One of them tells me, are you confusing our people, telling them that they from Africa and they was taking slave. I'm like, what? Like, yeah, it's so many crazy comments I'll be getting from people that seem like their mind is not right. So I just delete it, because I'm like, I block it because I'm like, I can't go back and forth because it drains my energy, because they don't want to understand. They don't want to know the truth. They want to believe the lie. And so when people want to believe the lie, like they calling us leaving a flea doctrine, not that in the Bible, the scriptures tell us that when you're persecuted in one city, you flee to the next. So is that called a flea doctrine? How come you making this up saying it's called a flea doctrine, but the Israelites had to do it too? In 70 AD, it was saying when you see the military come past, you need to flee to the wilderness, to the hill, to the mountain. Fleeing too. Is that a flea doctrine? So it's confusing me, because I'm like, they making it seem like it's a flea doctrine that I never heard. Who's saying they calling it a doctrine, but it's in the Bible where the Israelites did flee at certain times. And actually, we were sojourners in the Bible. In the book of Judges, we had to leave and go here and there. We kept falling into sin, because I'm reading the book of Judges. Children of Israel kept falling into sin, and we had to keep moving and moving, because we lost our land several times because of sin and idolatry and a stiff-necked rebellion. So we had to keep moving around. So we are sojourners. We're sojourners. So no, Most High never. Only time we supposed to stay put is in the promised land. When he bring us back, he said that he's going to do that. It's going to be dwelling without walls, and we're going to be safe. We're going to be protected. The angels going to be there. But we ain't there yet. That's right, Janelle. We flee everywhere. So they try and make it seem like because we wanted to leave the U.S., then it's a flea doctrine, and we trying to get people involved in that. Yeah, we want to make sure that you know what you're getting into if you choose to leave, and if the Most High spoke to you and spoke to your spirit and told you, I want you to go to this place, we're here for you. It's a lot of us everywhere. We're here for you with open arms to help you. A lot of us do consultations to guide you to be like a community here. So I don't know with this flea doctrine stuff. And then we ain't, I guess they feel like, because we, women, that we don't hear from the Most High, which we know that that's not true. We know that that's not true. Do you think that I could come here just on my own accord and never been to a foreign country and have been here 5 years this year by myself? There's no way I could do that without the guidance of the Most High and the provision of the Most High. There's no way. So, yes, Janelle, exactly. Exactly. I never even thought about moving to Africa until I heard the voice in the set apart spirit. Most High was talking to me through his spirit. And I heard those words that I'm not from the US, that I am from Africa. This is where I'm originally from. So I started researching Africa, and that's how I'm over here, because I heard a word. Because it wasn't me, because I never thought about living in Africa. But when I tell people, they no, that wasn't the Most High. Like, okay. So of course we're not gonna argue about that, because we know what the Father tells us, especially if we pray and we seek his face for direction for our lives and we live right before him. He can speak to us and guide us. You know, he can speak to us and guide us and give us advice and connect us with certain people. He's done that for me. He's still doing that for me. So I give the Most High all the credit, our maker, the uncreated creator, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All the credit. All the credit. Even with my family, they was kind of side-eyeing me like, oh, she off. She trying to go to Africa, like something wrong with her. 4 years down the line, almost 5 years, and my sister just moved out finally. She moved to Panama. So I was super excited about that. I'm very excited for her that at least she left. And she didn't want to be that far, because she has like some sons and stuff like that. So she's 6 hours away, but she's still out. So she finally woke up. She said it took her a little bit longer to understand. But she finally got it. So I'm excited for her. And I'm glad I didn't give up trying to encourage people and trying to, provide advice and guidance and stuff, because I have on my own sister. She listened. So, and I even encouraged her to make a YouTube channel so she can share her journey for people in America who want to leave. She can share her journey with them to Panama. It's a lot of our people in Panama too. She already connected with the group. She's a nice community in Panama. So she can at least be an inspiration to people as well. Now I'm working on the truth for her. She ain't in the truth yet. She did ask me a few questions, so I'm still working on that with her about who she really is. But it's a start that she came out and now she's listening. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing. So I've been kind of giving her kind of like pointers on how to set up a YouTube channel and, share her journey and stuff like that. So she's been asking me little questions here and there, and I've been giving her advice about how to do this and how to record. And so I've been giving her like some pointers. I'm not like, y'all know I'm not like a pro or anything. I'm still learning, but I'm getting better the more I do it. I'm getting better. I'm not so good at editing yet, because I'm more of a what you call a reality type person. No edits. I just like the flow. But all these editing and adding all this different stuff, I'm still not as good with that. But I think it's more me just to flow. I like to just chat and be like authentic, and I like to talk to people based on like what comes out. So based on like my spirit, I like to flow like that instead of like those like point one like a teaching video, like point one and point two and point three, and that's okay, but I just like to flow with it a little bit more. I think it makes it a little bit more interesting. And sometimes, I be all over the place, y'all. I do be all over the place sometimes. But I try to circle back around and try to make sure I stay focused on the purpose of the live or the chat or the video or whatever. So, but yeah. So I just wanted to thank you again. I'm going to go ahead and end this live. I just wanted to give you the pleasure to hear my voice, for me to say thank you. I appreciate it. I value you. Um, and, I'm here. I'm in Tanzania. I put my email address. If you want to reach out to me, it's diasporaconnect0@gmail.com. Diasporaconnect0@gmail.com. And I do the relocation and the business consultations for Tanzania. Basically, I walk you through the steps that I took to have been here 5 years, as well as created a company or a business. So that's what I do. And so again, thank you. Don't forget to like the video and like the live stream. Yeah, so I'm going to probably do a live once a week. I just don't want to set a specific day and then people be looking for me and then I don't do a live. So I know it's going to be one day a week, but I just don't know. It's like I'm real spontaneous whenever I feel like it. Sometimes I don't feel like it. But this evening, I kind of felt like it, just to say thank you. I didn't want another week to go by without me saying thank you for 5,000 subscribers. And now on to 6,500 subscribers or 7,000 subscribers. So thank you so much. And I will see you guys in the next live stream. I appreciate you so much. Take care. Have a good afternoon or evening and day. Thank you. And see you guys in the next one.